Right, well, welcome back troops, and here we are out in the woods. And what we're doing today is a small challenge set by Bushcraft N Fun. And on the face of it, it seems very simple. Go into the wood and have a meal. But there are conditions. Those conditions are, you can only carry what can fit in your pocket, and you can only carry 2 items. 2 items for the meal, that is. So that makes things a little bit difficult for me, because normally I have my rucksack with me, because ordinarily I'm carrying a fair bit of stuff for contingencies, for the dog, what have you. So I've had to fit some of those things in my pocket, but I'll just show you what I have got in my pocket to start off with. So another thing as well is I run out of pocket space for taking items of clothing off when I'm walking, because obviously you don't want to get sweating when you're walking, because that's it's going to get you wet and lose your... Hey, get off me hat. Leave that there. You leave it there. No. Right. So I'll show you what I've got. So that's my hat taken off. I like to carry some form of optics with me, and this is homemade telescope. So I've got that with me. I also like to carry swap hands here, and I'll need this, which is a small Laplander saw. I'm going to need that for processing some timber. Now, one pocket I've got water. In that same pocket I've got my main meal. There's an egg in there, 1 egg, and this is my main meal in a can, because I can't fit many cooking pots in my pocket. In the other pocket I've got another can, and I've put my second meal item in it, which is in there is 2 slices of bread. Now I've got the dog with me, so the dog's allowed 2 items, surely. So the dog wanted to bring with her sprats. It's a doggy treat, sprats, dried little fish. She loves them. So do I. Is that pocket finished? That's that pocket finished. Right, it's not quite my jacket pocket finished, because my jacket is a barber jacket, and in the back pocket, around the back of a barber jacket, you can't see it here, but there's a big poacher's pocket, and in there I've got a poncho which I can use either to sit on or as shelter, because there is rain forecast. You come off there. Also in there, another item I'm going to need is, when my ferro rods come out, it's a bit dodgy, is my bushcraft knife with ferro rod. Right, so that's me jacket. So we'll take my jacket off. I can get it off. It's hard working one-handed. Now, I always have with me my dog first aid kit cum survival kit, and was very small, would easily fit in a pocket, but it's grown a little through experience, through incidents. So I've got that here, and I'm not going to open that. That's for emergencies only. I've got a pocket here in my trouser, left-hand cargo pocket, that's full of dog poo bags and plastic gloves. If I had my rucksack with me and I came across some horse manure, I might want to take it home as fertiliser. My other left-hand trouser pocket has got gloves and cordage in it. I might need that cordage for tying up the poncho if I need to make a shelter. On the other side I've got a fire lighting kit and some handkerchiefs. So that's it then. So I'm going to put all that back together and we're going to set off, but I'm going to keep out one of the larger polythene bags, because what we're going to need to cook is tinder, because where I'm going everywhere's wet. So I'm going to have to find some birch bark, some dry pine needles, some dry twigs if I can get some. There's a bit of a wind blowing. See all the leaves blowing. So I'm going to crack on and find some birch bark and whatever else I can to get the fire going as I make my way to where we'll be making the meal. So 6 minutes gone already and we haven't even struck a match. Before I set off, the dog was allowed 2 items, so I said, well, if I'm carrying your sprats, I want you to bring with me as your second item a little jar of coffee. So I've got the coffee in here, so I can have a drink with my egg. So that might be considered cheating, but 2 items each, you know, share and share alike. This is the best one, of course. Pine resin. Somebody's damaged this tree to the point where it's not going to survive. There's been a fire up against it. It's been fairly well mutilated. It's got woodworm. Trunk's split. So I'm going to take a little bit of this resin. While we're at it, I also like to chew a bit of this resin. I think it's very good for you. Especially if you're suffering, I'm not suffering from anything, but especially if you were suffering from a blocked up nose, say, or something like that. There's a lot of resin up there, just out of reach. Up there. Right, so the egg's my first item, which is on the fire now. I'm going to have to get my gloves out of my pocket in a minute. This is my second item, which I don't know what sort of state it's going to be in. There we go. It's what you call a bread roll. That's to put my egg in. I've got no mayonnaise or anything like that. This is what I'm going to boil the rest of the water in for a cup of coffee. Unfortunately, by the state of that, it looks as though it still had some residue of soup in it, so a soup tainted coffee. Never mind. A speck of something in there. There we go, that's all the water, half a litre. Fire's burning well now, we've got some coals on the fire. Plenty of wood, won't use a lot of wood at all. In fact, by the time that's burnt out, we should be done. Right, so we're looking quite civilised. Where's the dog? Oh, she's on guard duty. It's quite good. There are some people about, so I was a bit concerned about the amount of smoke at the very first there. I share this campsite with some unknown people. I contribute a little to it, they contribute a little to it. We've never seen each other, we're all happy. We'll get a lot more overgrown, but at the moment we're a little bit exposed. Just in case you're wondering, those polythene bags are something that somebody else has stashed here. So I'm just leaving those alone. I hope this is hard boiled. Oh, it looks alright. Well, you can't peel an egg with one hand. Well, you can, but it's a slow process. Oh yes, looks perfect. Right, I'm going to have to peel this, but the dog's been waiting patiently, so I'll give her a few sprats. I just told her off because she tried to pinch me crust. Tried to pinch the bread. Come here. Yeah. They've got some salt or something in them. They would be alright, except they are a bit salty. So I don't want the dog to have too many in one go. So I thought I'd help her out. Here, go on. Right, so that's me egg then. I've just got to squash it down, make an egg butty, and that will be my splendid dinner in my pockets, along with, this should be cool enough now, along with my cup of coffee. Splendid. Perfect. Right, I should just cut that down and squash it up a bit. Right then, we'll just say thanks to Bushcraft N Fun for getting us out There's nothing like eating out, there really isn't, and it's my first eat out of the year. So thanks Bushcraft N Fun, and give it a go. Use it as an excuse just to get out, just have a little fire, take your dinner with you, make a movie if you want. Can't beat it. I suppose I'll have to give the dog a bit of my egg butty for bringing my coffee. Fantastic. You just can't beat eating out, even though right now it's not cold, it's not freezing, but there is a light drizzle. You won't pick it up on the camera, it's just a light drizzle. Right, that's the fire out. That's how we're leaving it. I did get some water of a sorts to put it out. These are not my chairs and tables. Somebody's made them. I made the fireplace. And I've used this area for a while, but somebody else is active here. But we've never seen each other. So I try not to use it too much. Right, that's it then. Fire's out. Dog's raring to go. We'll make our way back.